Alright, the new rivalry of the W is finally here, and it was a competitive game in the first, but that changed quick because the Wings are currently in a rebuilding phase, so they obviously don't have the firepower to match the Fever. Their rookie guards couldn't finish at the rim at all, and to make matters worse, Enrique missed every single shot she took, so she had nothing to show for her night. In the first half, she couldn't make her looks from deep on the spot up, so in the second half, they tried to get her to rock more with pin downs or post dumps, and the only difference that made was her missing twos instead of threes. But at least their bigs showed up, especially Wnba, because she was finishing on some rim runs, post dumps, drop-offs, or rolls, and her touch even extends to the perimeter, so she's just as good at shooting. There's no spots she's uncomfortable in, whether it's on the block, in the mid-range, or from deep. But more importantly, she can play on the short, so I want to see even more of that two-man game with Paige, because Paige can make the right read no matter what the coverage is, and she was showing that the entire night. The Fever always have their bigs blitz or at least show off screens in the SNRs, so they were trying to force her off the rock as much as possible, and whenever she drew two or the help, she made the right pass. At this point, I'd probably have the rock exclusively in her hands instead of sharing the responsibilities with the other guards, because they're just not as efficient as her, and I'd rather relegate them to spot-ups, so whenever Paige does create an advantage, they just need to be shot ready or quick to attack the closeout. But it's not just about her passing, because if she is able to get to her spots, she can make tough shots, and that's why teams are forcing her to pass, because they know the others aren't able to capitalize on the backside advantage more times than not. To counteract that, the Wings are starting to find her in the mid-post, and I like it, because she operates in the mid-range, so it's a simple pull over top or kick out if teams do decide to double. Moving forward, I think they've got to incorporate more of that and her two-man game with Lee, because right now, their offense is affecting their defense, so it's making it even harder to be good on that end of the floor. All their misses and turnovers just generated constant pace for the Fever to play their game the entire night, because they were never able to set their defense, or even worse, just letting players get behind them. And if they're gonna be bad offensively, they also can't be bad defensively, because this is the obvious result. It was basically a layup drill for the Fever, and I lost track of the amount of runouts they gave up in transition, but it was no different in the half court, because they had no first line or second line, and even when there was help at the rim, there was never help for the helper, so they were giving up straight line drives. That's without even mentioning the back cuts they were giving up, and I don't think the Fever had to make a tough finish the entire night, so it's no coincidence why they got into the rhythm they did, because everything was easy at the rim. But a lot of that flow did stem from Kate controlling the offense, because per usual, she was dictating the pace, so in transition, she was pushing the rock or making those throw-aheads, and in the half court, she was picking the Wings apart with her passing. For some reason, she was always going right in the SNRs, and I assume that was why the Wings' bigs levels weren't as high, because she usually drives when she does, so instead of the usual blitz or show she might see going left, they were usually up then dropping to take away her lanes, but that just gave her space to hit the pocket or drop off to dime their bigs. Her tendencies are very similar to Luka's, and that's really why the two love the left wing, because whenever they go left, they're looking to pull from that spot, and whenever they go right, they're looking to finish or make the right pass once they draw the help. She basically got to wherever she wanted, and in turn, all the others got to play their games because they were getting their usual shots, so they got to maintain that rhythm they were in. Just watch the tape.